Hello everybody. I'm sorry if you can't hear me that well. I'm in my basement and the heater is on, or the furnace is on. So I wanted to talk about my experience with post-traumatic stress disorder. Now, I've gone through a lot of traumatic experiences where I was sexually abused, physically abused, mentally and emotionally. It kind of goes hand in hand with that. And I was abused by my ex-stepfather, I was abused by my uncle, and I was abused by strangers. And I also went through a hard time when my grandmother died. We were very close, and I hadn't gotten any help at that time, and I had this abuse happened early on in life. It started at the age of 4. So it was pretty traumatic for me because it's led to me having nightmares, and I get night terrors, and they started when I was a teenager, and I get them to this day, and I'm 26. It's rare but not uncommon in adults, so adults can get them, but you see them more in children and teenagers than you do adults. And it... Yes?
What are you doing?
Making a video.
Oh. Can you change over laundry?
Yep. And that was my mom. She wants me to change over the laundry. I forgot what I was saying. Anyway, those experiences have helped shape certain aspects of my life, and I really want to work past that. I want to stop having these nightmares. So dealing with the trauma of what happened, because everything that's ever happened to me that I found negative, especially being physically abused and sexually abused, I just buried it down deep. And I haven't dealt with it, and it comes out in those experiences of having flashbacks, depression, nightmares, and other symptoms. And you can get physically ill from keeping things inside. It builds up and builds up and builds up, and then it comes out in ways that aren't necessarily good. I'm sorry if I'm moving all over the place. I'm holding my camera. So that was what the EMDR therapy that I had talked about in a previous video was to help, is my PTSD symptoms. And it, talking about it, it's making me think of those times, and it's really bothersome because a lot of the abuse happened from people who I cared about. And I think that makes it worse because there's always an emotional attachment, like with my uncle and him sexually abusing me. I don't ever want anything to do with him, but he's still my uncle, and before all that happened, I loved him as my uncle. That love didn't just go away, but it got skewed. And I think it's been hard for me to trust people and all that stuff. So I just wanted to kind of give a little brief introduction. I'll go over, more symptoms or specific incidences or whatever in more detail in future videos, but I just want to know that there are people who do experience PTSD other than veterans. I went on YouTube and most of the stuff was about veterans. There were some people who had their own videos, but not many. So I just wanted to make this so people out there knew that if you go through a traumatic experience in your life that was scary and terrible and whatever, you know, you can develop PTSD. And it's not fun, and you can learn to work through therapy with that. And you know, I'm in therapy now, so hopefully I can start talking about those experiences and work through my issues, because I don't want to be the person that I've become. Not that I'm a bad person or anything, it's just I don't trust people. I don't trust myself. I think people are always out to get me. I'm so jumpy. That's another thing. Like, I'm very jumpy because I was physically abused. When somebody raises their hand near me, I jump like they're gonna hit me. Like, it stayed with me ever since I was a kid. And I don't want to feel like that, scared and insecure that somebody is going to hit me all the time. You know, I did nothing to deserve that. So I'm getting a little emotional right now. I'm a little anxious, so I'm going to end this video, and I hope that I can help people who do have this disorder. And I hope, even if it's just listening to my story and it gives you hope, that's all I can ask for. So I hope everyone is well. Bye.